Hello, hello, chat. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. It's been a little while since I've been live on a Wednesday. I was actually going to go live yesterday and play Elden Ring. Because Tuesday, I guess, has just been my, I don't know, designated Elden Ring day. More out of convenience than anything else, than it being a choice. But, yeah, I had some other stuff going on yesterday. I had to take the wife to the airport early in the morning. And then I just honestly didn't get a lot of sleep. And so I was pretty tired. So instead of streaming, I just went to bed. Instead of streaming, imagine this. I took care of myself. But here we are today. I'm even a little early because I want to check out this Nintendo Direct thing. Because I woke up this morning not even remembering that this was going on today to Silksong Bloodborne 2. I don't know, like, what's going on, bro? I mean, I've seen some of the stuff now, but I figured I'd just watch this and just give my reaction to it. The Direct is about an hour long. Oh, shoot, my water's almost empty. What's up? What's up, everyone? Being tired is actually an April Fool's joke. The real joke was that I was going to stream. That was the joke. Haha, fooled ya. I didn't stream. Didn't Bloodborne 2 already happen? Are you being serious or are you setting up for a joke? Because no, famously Bloodborne 2 is not a thing. There's some crazy stuff in the Direct, be prepared. I mean, I think at this point I know everything that's in it, but I haven't like seen all the trailers or anything. I am probably gonna skip around a little bit. But yeah. And yeah, in terms of stream stuff, I did want to give a quick update on one thing. I've been talking this month about doing a like kind of full weekend long, like 48-hour subathon type thing. And I wanted to, I really did, and I've made some fun plans for it, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen this month. I talked about it in the Discord. If you are someone who was looking forward to that, apologies, but yeah, it's probably not going to happen. That said, I would like to do like a kind of a fun, like longer stream. I haven't done one of those in a while. Since the charity stream in December, and then before that, God, it was probably the Truckathon. So I think I'm overdue to just do like a long, like all day stream. But yeah, I think I will do this. I keep calling it like a subathon. It's not really, but subathon type thing later in the year. So just to clear that up. If you were, I think I said I was going to do it in March, and then I said I was going to do it in April, and now I'm kind of like, realistically, I'm pretty busy, and so it's probably going to happen way later in the year. What is my opinion on Astrobot? I think Astrobot looks cool, but I don't have a PS5, so I can't play it. And I would not buy a PS5 just to play Astrobot. I think like it looks like a seriously fun game. It looks like it is made with love. That said, fuck Sony and their stupid console. I will not be playing Astrobot until it comes to PC or something. Speaking of things that will never come to PC, let's watch this Nintendo Direct. What a segue. I would say I am mostly spoiled on what's in this Direct. But I haven't watched it, no. Let's do that now. Volume up. It is sad that they're using some IPs that are in Limbo Hell. Or Limbo Hell. You said Limbo Hell and I just quoted it. It doesn't really make sense, but sure. It sounds about right. Okay. Crazy intro. Can we talk about how Nintendo's graphic design has never peaked harder than the GameCube logo? That's all I want to say. I just think the GameCube logo is magnificent. As a designer myself, I'm a big fan. Obligatory, not a huge fan of Nintendo, but I do love how straight to the point these directs usually are. Oh, this is cart? Dude, I hate how fun this looks. Seems kind of loud. This is Forza Horizons. This will be Forza Horizons in 2008. I mean, here's the deal, dude. This game, $80 digital. Like, I'm a big Mario Kart fan. I played all of them since 64, honestly. And I always like having the latest one just to play when I have friends over or whatever. I just don't think I care about this. For 80 bucks? Like, I'm fine. The homies can deal with Mario Kart 8. I don't think I need this. Like, it looks fun, but... Anyone else have lag? Try refreshing. It usually works. I shouldn't be lagging. On my end. At least according to OBS. It's 80 for digital and 90 for physical. Yeah, I mean, 450 bucks for the console is fine. Here's the thing, dude. The price of the console isn't really the issue to me. But when you look at, like, the success of the Switch, I feel like the price point had to have something to do with it, right? Because, like, what made the Switch so popular? It's the fact that, like, everyone in the family can get something out of it. It's very easy to just pop out those controllers and, like, play with other people. And I don't think those people, and it was affordable. And I don't think those people really care about graphics or, like, the latest bells and whistles. Like, they just want something that, like, that they can pop out and it's gonna work, right? Like, when you have people over, when you have family over, you know, you play fucking Jackbox or Mario Kart or Puyo Tetris on it. I don't think they care about graphics. So that the Switch 2 is being priced like a premium console and its games as well. I don't know. Like, I think Nintendo might find out. That's all I think they're fucking around, and I think they might find out. I'm not saying this is going to be like a Wii U level flop, but I just think that, like, you know, people already got their PS5s or their Xbox or their PC or whatever. And I don't see a lot of these, like, launch titles, like, moving consoles, not for $450. Mario Kart maybe would be the one I'm most excited about, as well as the FromSoft game, which we'll talk about.
I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for
It looked
Nintendo
good.
Switch 2.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the new Mario Kart didn't look good. It looked fun.
Director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki.
You can play Switch 1 games on it, so that's neat. Yeah, but don't you have to pay for the graphical upgrades to... like, that's crazy to me.
Exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
And Prime 4 is launching on base Switch, right? I am, like, always a little uncomfortable when they just, like, arms crossed monologue to the camera, but it's kind of iconic to Nintendo Directs at this point.
Welcome to this vast world.
Well, the Wii U just wasn't that good. I mean, like, the Switch 2 isn't in anyone's hands yet. It's a little early to say the Switch 2 is good. I think it will be fine because it's just like a Switch with better graphics and extra bells and whistles, but, like, I think it's a little hasty to say that the Switch 2 is for sure good. Crossed arms is like proper polite body language in Japan. I should say it's not really the crossed arms that, like, skeeves me out. It's more just that they, like, stare into your soul as they talk. So damn, this is like an overworld. That looks pretty cool, actually. Anyone who says the Wii U it wasn't good didn't have one. I feel like, sorry to keep pausing. I may, let's see. Is there anything? There will definitely be things that I skip in here, I think. I don't think it's necessarily about the, like, actual hardware sucking ass, because, like, I definitely played with a Wii U when I would go to my my friends' houses who had them, but I think it's just, like, what is the point of this, right? Like, you look at a Wii U and, like, I feel like it was very hard to discern, like, what the market for the Wii U really was. Like, the Wii, it was very obvious. Like motion controls were fun. They were hot. Like they had games on like the hot at the time, I should say. Because you had the PlayStation, whatever the fuck, stupid dildo controller, the Xbox Kinect, but the Wii was like the one. And it had games that were like fun for everyone, fun for the whole family, whatever. Or you could put your controller in a gun and play Call of Duty. The same is kind of true for Switch. So I think it's good that with the Switch 2, they're not reinventing the wheel, but I do wonder if like a lot of people are going to be like, I've already got a Switch. Why do I need a Switch 2? Like, I really think like that's going to be an issue.
Globe.
I actually had the gun and it sucked. I believe you. It looks stupid.
Depending on the time
I
of
had
day
the
and
Guitar
weather
Hero for the
conditions,
Wii, and you would just put the
atmosphere will
Wiimote in the guitar. Yeah, they didn't do a good job of advertising the Wii U either. I don't know,
And in
dude.
this
People
Mario
might be
Kart game-
confused about the Switch too.
You can go off the racetrack.
I think
and
like
drive virtually
me and like everyone in
everywhere
this chat
world.
is not confused about the Switch 2, but I think like mom and dad are going to
In
be
the
confused
classic
about the
Grand
Switch
Prix,
2, you know?
Race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
I've never like been in a Mario Kart race and been like, you know what this
Introducing
needs?
Knockout Tour.
More racers.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
This is kind of neat.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
Yeah, I think the transfer
below the
stuff is
placement show
deliberately
when you hit a
confusing
checkpoint,
because
you'll be eliminated.
they want you to spend money.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
It's hard for me not to be cynical about Nintendo, but I feel like they've shown time and time again that is
You
their
can also
MO.
freely drive
It's just
around
to make
this
more money
vast
off of
world
you.
In free roam.
Yo, we need more Mario
Going
characters.
off-road, you can
I'm just
explore
surprised they
new
haven't
areas
run
and
out.
routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different
Okay, I'm gonna be real. This open world stuff does not look bad, but like when I think about what do I break out the Switch for, like if I have people over, I'm opening up Mario Kart 8. We're just ripping versus races, right? We're not driving around the open world. Yeah, like I'm not like actually convinced. It looks fine. Like it looks fun. Like you'll probably really enjoy it on like a first playthrough. But I feel like after that, what is the appeal of a Mario Kart game? And it's like sitting down, taking your little half a fucking Switch controller and just ripping like versus races with friends. And I'm sure this game will be great for that, 100%. But I just don't think the open world adds anything there for me. Because it's cool and I like coolness. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think they are, to be fair to you, I think they are banking on this aspect of the game selling copies. Like I really am, especially for $80. They're probably like, okay, it's not enough to just like have more carts and more characters and more racetracks. Like they're definitely banking on having a little more here, I think.
Subscribe to Dumper Man.
Take another swig of that liquid death dumps 31 prej.
Dude, I wanted to hate Liquid Death so bad because I find the branding obnoxious. And then I tried one and I was like, oh shit, this is really good. Like I have right now the Dead Billionaire, which is like the Arnold Palmer equivalent. This is straight up way better than the Arizona Arnold Palmer. They're kind of expensive though compared to Arizona. So that's one downside. But I like the sparkling water too. Isn't it just water? No, they have flavors now. Yeah, the canned water was the reason why I wanted to hate it. I was like, canned water is so audacious. I'm like, who the fuck cares about that? But then when I saw they had like sparkling water and like flavored teas and stuff, and I tried them, I'm like, ooh, they actually just make a really good product. Oh, just water. Tried the canned water and it wasn't great. Yeah, I mean, it probably tastes like aluminum a little bit. Anyways, I'll keep going. I've been pausing too much. I gotta get to Elden Ring at some point. I I feel like I've
brand
seen
new
enough
race
Mario
across
Kart.
The entire world starts here.
Okay, it's over anyways.
Mario Kart World. The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, thank
More
you.
details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout.
They're doing
for
a
more
direct
information
just for
in the
Mario.
future.
Okay. I feel like these past few years they've really been stretching
Kart World
the
launches on the
direct
same day
title
as
to just
Nintendo
mean
Switch
like
2.
whatever we want, really.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Okay.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new
It's
C
the Call
button.
Luigi button.
Let's take a look at some new experiences.
Okay,
it
what
offers.
does the C actually do? Directs are usually pretty direct and to the point. Yeah, no, and I do like that about them. I just feel like it's funny. They're like I remember when a Nintendo Direct was like, oh, they're gonna announce a bunch of shit, and now it's like, oh, we have a Direct for just one game.
That was you. So quick.
Dude, they got Switch Discord now. That literally is just Discord.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Come
on, no.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
I mean, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? Like that layout, you know, for all bad you can say about Discord, that layout just kind of works.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
No, I know it's not literally Discord, but like it's so similar,
With
dude.
this
They literally
feature,
just lifted
you'll
the
be able
UI.
to communicate with friends and family while playing a game. Should we follow you? Yeah.
Yeah, follow.
It's actually, it's so mind-blowing
While using the
that
Game
it
Chat
took them to
feature,
like
your voice is
2025 to be like,
recognized by a microphone
on
built
the
into
console,
system.
you can just talk to your friends. Like it took that
It can
fucking
pick up
long
your
for
speaking
Nintendo to
voice
get there.
clearly, even from a distance.
I was doing that shit in 2009 on Xbox 360, bro.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a buffalo?
PlayStation just straight lifted Discord. Didn't they like, don't they have like a deal with Discord though?
And you can use this
Did I
feature in
imagine
handheld
that?
mode too, letting you easily chat with friends.
I was doing
and
that in
family.
2000 in Counter-Strike. Well, I'm talking about
If you open the chat
consoles,
menu
but
and
yeah,
turn
that
on
too.
Game screen sharing.
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
You can
Yeah, that's
also
what I
share your
thought.
game screen.
It's got it built in.
Just like go on top of that
Okay,
dinosaur.
I get it. It's Discord.
Picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Wow, they're still going?
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. The Nintendo webcam. All right, I'm skipping through this.
Go left to left. I'll let you
If I
fix
go a little
it.
more this way. Oh.
I mean, it's kind of neat game integrations, but I don't really care. If it hasn't been clear, I don't think I'm buying this console. I care more about the games.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the
Yeah,
Nintendo
like,
Switch parental
even if I did buy a Switch 2, the odds of me just using Discord anyways are really high.
Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
Okay, it's over. I was like, I don't care about
to
parental
introduce another
controls.
new experience you can share with family and friends.
I've live reacted to so many like announcement events that it's kind of refreshing to not be watching one live and be able to just like skip through shit I don't want to
You
see.
can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare,
Which video you pointed out that the dudes at the top working on this are all newer young guys, so it's mainly older people that refuse to look at competition when deciding what to do.
With up to 3 other systems at a time.
I've heard that is kind of like a systemic issue across like all of Japanese game developers. It's not necessarily that they're stuck in the past, but that they're very kind of like entrenched in their ways. And I think it's true of From Software as well. And I actually think, even though I'm not super into it, I think them dabbling in like multiplayer, like real multiplayer and not the not the half-ass multiplayer they had in the past, I think is a healthy thing. I think it's a good sign for them. And especially that they're letting other people, you know, direct games and stuff. Like, I think that's good for them. I think Nintendo too. Like, yeah, come join the 21st century.
GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via game chat,
That is nice.
which we showed earlier.
I mean, for every
GameShare can
consumer-friendly
only be used
thing
with
that
compatible
Nintendo
games.
does, they
This
also
feature
do
is planned for
something
several
atrocious.
titles,
So
starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51.
I'm
Worldwide
honestly so
Classics on
shocked that there
Nintendo
isn't a
Switch.
3D Mario in this.
GameShare support. is
I
also
I
planned
haven't
for
seen the
select
trailer for
games
DK
exclusive
yet
to
though, and I heard the
Nintendo
new
Switch 2,
DK
so we
game
hope you'll look forward to
looked
it.
pretty cool.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
The click looks pretty satisfying.
At 7.9 inches,
I mean, I like Donkey
Switch
Kong
2 has
Country,
a
but
bigger built-in screen.
we
Here's
are
how that compares
living
to
in a very
Nintendo
different
Switch.
time from when Donkey
The
Kong
system's
Country was
thickness
released.
remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater
goofy.
detail on the 1080p screen.
That's crazy to think that the Switch is 720. I guess my Steam Deck is 720p, or it's a little more. It's like
The screen
800p.
supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
But similar. 120 FPS. I can guarantee you the FromSoft game won't run at 120.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
I mean, 120 FPS is nice, for sure. The question is, will
Joy-Con 2
will games
controllers
actually
connect
mostly run at
magnetically.
120 or not?
Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
I mean, that looks nice. That looks a lot smoother than having to like
SL
slide them
and
up
SR
and down.
buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
The magnet
left
in the
and right
console or
sticks are
controller?
now larger.
That's a good question.
Each
Probably in the
Joy-Con 2
console, right?
controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games.
But who knows?
Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
I mean, wait. I mean, there's got to be a magnet in both,
By
right, for it to
adjusting the
even
audio
work.
balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer.
Or I guess it could
and
just be
more
like a
natural
metal in the-
handheld and tabletop modes.
The
It has
controller.
a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds.
The buttons
so
are metal.
Your voice
Okay.
will come through clearly.
Mouse feature that I'm never going to use.
Even if
I
you
mean-
don't have a surround sound system,
It's just anything that would reasonably need a mouse on Switch is just begging for a PC port anyways, right? They'll never do it, but just cut out the middleman, Nintendo. Give the people what they want.
games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound.
Nintendo
as if it were
Discord,
coming
yeah.
from all around you.
Okay. Sorry, I just... I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a
Place your
PC
Nintendo Switch
nerd,
2
but like this
however you like
hardware
on a
stuff never
large,
impresses me.
sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on
Like,
the bottom
yeah,
of
I
the
mean, I'm
system,
aware this
there's one on top
costs
as
like
well.
1/5 of what I paid for my PC, but like, I'm
It's
sorry, I'm
handy
just not
for
impressed by
connecting a
this.
USB-C camera, or
It's impressive for
charging a tabletop.
Nintendo. Yeah, the bar's on the floor, but you're not wrong.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage. 8 times
I have not used
that
the
of
Switch
Nintendo Switch
voice app.
for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
Yeah, the
Reading
USB-C
and
is
writing
nice.
data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also
Dock looks
supported
nice.
in TV
I saw it's
mode.
$100. Wow, 4K. Now I can see all the pores on Mario's face.
The Nintendo Switch
Just
2
what I
dock has
always
a built-in
wanted.
fan that keeps your system cool.
I can
This
see
helps keep performance stable.
Super Mario Odyssey Mario's nipple hairs. Finally.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2
4K
games,
with probably
as
huge
well as
asterisks. I bet
compatible
first-party
Nintendo
games
Switch
will support it.
Physical and digital games are supported.
But I mean, again, think of like, we're talking Mario Kart, Zelda, like, those games probably are pretty well optimized for the Switch in general.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch
Yeah, it
2
might use something
isn't
like
simply
DLSS,
an
that's a good
improved
point.
Nintendo Switch.
I mean, it almost certainly
We
has to,
redesigned the
right?
system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features.
Is there
And
any
to help players
any
better
info on like what
understand
kind of
the Switch
chip
2
they have in
hardware,
there? Like, is
we're
it
currently
a
developing
NVIDIA
this game.
thing or?
Mr.
Because I think
Kawamoto.
PlayStation 5 uses AMD, don't they?
Hello.
Hi.
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
30 series.
This is
Oh.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, I'm sure it has to be
I'm standing
custom
over here.
fabricated for the Switch anyways.
Okay, everyone, join me
What is
inside
this,
the
dude?
game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
What is I
This
must have
segment,
missed where
where
they
are the
described what
magnets?
this. I'm sorry, is this like a demo? Is this like a Switch 2 demo? And it costs money? What? Didn't the Switch 1 kind of had that too, right? What was that game? Like they had the one that had the thing where you could like shake the controllers around and it like felt like there was a little object in there. I never bought that, but 1-2 Switch, yeah. I can't. That one also, I was like, I can't believe this doesn't just come with the console. I'm skipping this. Welcome Tour. Oh, this is even worse. It's like literally just a demo that they're charging money for. See you, Lilac. I don't know why this isn't loading now. Let me see if I can refresh. Okay, here.
By
This is
combining the
still-
mouse controls
it
and
jumps back a little
gyroscopes,
bit,
things
but
like
all
this
good.
are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system.
It's not just a
to
mouse.
Tiny details
It's not
you
just
might
a mouse,
notice
chat.
until they're pointed out. There are plenty.
You're right, it would have
Nintendo
been
Switch
free on
2
the
Welcome
Wii.
Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. What else
This
are we
is the
here
game
for?
card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's
Oh, yeah, the
same
fake
shape
game
as
cards.
Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers
Only some
possible.
of them are fake. Actually, dude, none of them should be fake. What are we talking about? They're better than key codes? No, they're not, because you got to pay $10 extra for them.
Mouse controls seemed cool, until I realized that I sit on a couch in my living room with no table in front of me. How so I use the mouse controls?
Yeah, I mean, I think the mouse thing is pretty niche. It's nice that the controller, I guess, just works as a mouse, but I'll stick with, my actual mouse.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Is this just because of read
Additionally,
speeds, I
to
assume?
transfer
Read and
data
write
from
speeds?
Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account.
I
to
mean, I
use the
have
system
a lot of
transfer
like
feature.
EX SD
With this
cards
feature,
for my
you can
camera,
transfer
and they are a
save
lot
data,
faster.
Digital games, and more. We're also releasing.
Is that
a
true? We
new
don't know the pricing of games that use the game key cards? Well, I mean, dude. Listen, I know you're excited about the Switch 2, but like, come on. Like that's bullshit. Mario Kart World will not use the game key card. Yeah, it also costs $80 and $90 for digital. Like, that's crazy. That's still crazy. Like, I think you can be like, you are allowed to be excited for the Switch 2 without like defending like blatant bullshit practices by Nintendo. I don't know. I just like, I don't agree with the sentiment of what you're saying. It's 80 for digital, 90. Sorry, did I misspeak? It's 80 for digital, 90 for physical. Right? I mean, I don't want to misspeak here, because clearly I did already, but I think I just said the wrong thing. Just excited for the third-party support. What if the games are going to cost $80 for a digital download? I'm excited for the hardware. I don't know. I mean, does Nintendo really deserve like a pat on the back for like finally making a real console? Even then, this is still like, if you really care about graphics and like playing the latest games, you're going to buy a PS5, right? I was just saying before that the game key cards can at least be shared and resold like a normal game card. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not that wasn't really in question, I guess. That's not really what I was talking about. But yeah, fair, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I think that is a little presumptuous. I'm not sure that's confirmed, but I don't know. I at this point we're getting into the weeds of speculation.
Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches.
Stop buying anything Nintendo since I just hate their practices.
GL and GR buttons,
yeah.
which you can use to assign existing button controls.
I won't lie and say that the reason I stopped buying Nintendo stuff is because of their business practices, but it doesn't help. They just don't. I just don't know if they're for me anymore. Like, this kind of does nothing for me.
The website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
Can someone fact check me on this, please? It is $90 for the physical version of Mario Kart World, right? Like, yes, I know you get it technically for $50 if you buy it with the console, but okay, it is, yeah. Like, I know you can get it for $50 if you buy it with the console, but like, still, that's crazy. Like, that game should probably cost $50 normally. And the bundle is only the digital one. Yeah. I mean, that's disappointing, and it's probably a glimpse into the future, not just for Nintendo, but for everyone, probably. I mean, it does lend some credence to GTA 5 maybe being $100, unfortunately.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Wow.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Did I say 5? Apparently, I just can't say numbers right today.
Broadly speaking,
yes, the next GTA, GTA 6.
Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
3 types?
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Oh, I see.
These games take advantage of
I was like, what? We will now only be making platformers, JRPGs, and farming sims. Only 3 types you're allowed. I was like, that's not where I thought he was going, but I was like, what do you mean by 3 types? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just like... So I saw an argument today online that was basically like... It was along the lines of like... Just the usual kind of like the cost of games has not risen accordingly with inflation. And I get that. And like, I do think that like there is value to video games. And I think that, you know, developers should be compensated fairly for the effort that they put into making these games. 100%. And I think if anything, the way that like the AAA game development industry has grown, into this thing that's like too big to sustain itself and it's kind of just like collapsing in on itself, has shown that like the current state of things isn't sustainable. 100%. I agree with that. I also think too, though, that a lot of people, they still don't pay $60 for games or $70. Like, I maybe buy a $60 game like twice a year, maybe. And I'm like an adult with an income. And otherwise, I'm buying games on sale. I'm buying indie games. Like, I'm not breaking the bank to buy every like new game. Like, and I don't think that is all that uncommon. Like, I just don't think that if you ask people, like, if someone wants to buy every single Switch 2 launch title and they all cost $80, like, how many games are here? Like, first party Nintendo games, like 3 or 4, maybe 5. Like, I don't know. You're going to be spending hundreds of dollars on top of the console. And the other thing is that with inflation, wages have not really gone up. There's more than that. I mean, I'm thinking of like the big, like, kind of flashy launch titles, you know? Like, because Silk Song is probably not going to cost $80, right? It's not a launch title, but just as an example, Silk Song is not going to cost $80. Donkey Kong game is confirmed 70. Yeah, I mean, maybe some of them will be 70. Like, again, though, I just think that, like, I think it's like really audacious to think that people can buy like all of those games at an $80 or $70, some of them, price point. I just think the industry needs to change in the other direction. Like, I don't think games need to get bigger and get graphically more impressive. I think scopes need to be reined in. Like, I'll happily pay $60 for a really good $20 or 20-hour game, you know? Yeah, I mean, the reality is, like, yes, inflation is a thing, but wages have not risen with inflation. Like, I just don't think the average person now can afford $80 games at the same rate that they could afford $60 games 10 years ago. As a post, like, I think games should be cheaper and look worse, and devs should get paid more to work less, and I'm not kidding. Like that, actually, though. I don't even think they need to look bad, but, like, you know, I just don't, for me, the difference between, like, at this point, games that came out, like, 10 years ago, and games that are coming out today, like, dude, I just replayed through Doom 2016. That game looks fucking fantastic still. It hasn't aged a single day. And yet now, in order to play the new Doom, you need a ray tracing capable card. Like, it looks good, but it kind of looks the fucking same as Doom 2016. It's completely off topic, but what would be amusing is if Silk Song once again doesn't release on time like it did when they said it would. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. We'll get to Silk Song, though. Let's just keep this rolling. I had to just say something about the game price issue, though, because I have strong feelings about that.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
I think the other thing, too, is that, like, it's okay if some, like, AAA devs, like, make a $40 game every now and then, right?
And more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Like, I think it's great
Mario Party Jamboree.
If someone like FromSoft makes, like, a couple $40 games, and then they make, like, a big, like, $70, like, Elden Ring, you know? I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. I don't think they all need to take 5 years to make and cost $80. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Usually I enjoy those $40 games more. Isn't Night Rain $40? Yeah, it is. I'm not sure about this new one.
Please take a look.
But Night Rain will be 40, yeah.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on
the
Nintendo
console's
Switch
700 Canadian dollars.
The
wow.
upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including
and frame rates.
Breath of the Wild
Also
Switch
support
2 edition.
HDR,
Man, that looks
which
nice.
makes the image more vibrant.
Not worth paying
So
for,
you can-
but it looks nice.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2
Metroid.
edition.
Yeah, the death of AA games has
In addition
been
to
really
standard
unfortunate.
controls,
Agreed.
You can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
But I mean, I could be naive. I don't see why like a AAA studio that's currently spending like 5 years to make like a massive game couldn't instead just make like, you know, in that time like two $40 or $50 games, right? Like, is that naive? Like, am I being naive here? I feel like that's not crazy. Or even like $60 games. Like, I don't feel like. And the other thing too is you can't play all these games, right? Like, my like one big game for the year has been Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm 80 hours in, dude. I'm still playing. I might still be playing that game when the next big game that I want comes out, which is Doom in you know, a month and some change. Yeah, I mean, I see the S word there, shareholders, and you're probably totally right. But it doesn't stand up to logic. But I think shareholders are disconnected enough that they just don't know what the player actually wants. Want to play Metroid Prime 4 on PC with mouse and keyboard? Yeah, fair
Plus,
enough.
You can explore the immersive
Hard to disagree
world
with
in
that.
4K at 60 frames per second. Or
Is there like
enjoy
keyboard and
smoother
mouse
action in
mods for like the
4K
old
at
ones?
120
Because that
frames
might
per
be
second.
kind of cool.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR.
I've never actually played
based on
Metroid
your
Prime.
preference
There
and
is?
playstyle.
Ooh, I might need to do that.
Plus,
Okay, I
Pokemon
don't
Legends
give a shit about
ZA,
Pokemon.
which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only
What's this? Mouse controls can make shooters more accessible on Switch. I still think, like, Metroid Prime is designed to be played on Switch, so I think, what is this, bro? Wait, this is not what I... Wheelchair basketball? Oh, it's like arms? Yeah, that's right. Okay, Rocket League wheelchair basketball. Okay. Elden Ring. Elden Ring is getting horse armor.
That guide you through your burden.
I will continue to consume Pokemon slot games. You know what? This man knows what he's about, and he's not ashamed of it.
Will become Elden Lord.
Yeah, it will have Shadow of the Erd Tree on it.
The throne.
See, this is that's probably going to cost $80 too, which I guess is still cheaper than buying like the game at full price and then buying Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Will this be 1.0?
Introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters.
Honestly, I would rather have horse armor or house armor. Did you mean to say house?
It's the kind of
Like a
game
home
you pick
or
up and
like
play
Doctor
whether you're
House?
Experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
Yeah, promise consort Radon will just explode switches, won't he?
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。
Street Fighter. Dude, I like how Street Fighter in Japanese is just Street Fighter.
だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1
The Sovereign.
Split Fiction, Hogwarts Legacy.
And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on.
What was this one?
Launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Well, not this. This is Hogwarts Legacy.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Tony Hawk. Okay.
From IO Interactive. We are bringing
Hitman!
our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. So they got real games now.
As the best
Oh,
assassin
a bunch of
in the trade,
JRPGs.
Agent
Don't
47
worry.
does
Don't worry, guys. You got your
everything
JRPG
to
slop
accomplish
too. Don't skip. What did I miss? Oh, they talked about the 007 game? I mean, this has already been announced, I believe. I mean, I can hardly think of a better team to be working on that, though.
To Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
All right, staying tuned. Okay, anything else in here? I don't care about these. I'm sorry, I don't care about Bravely Default's redesigned UI. Yakuza's cool, but I don't care.
Who descended from the heavens.
Yeah, no, I guess I've at least heard that they were working on that. I'm not sure it had been officially announced.
Led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
Is this just Tears of the Kingdom, or did they announce like a DLC or something? Oh, it's Hyrule Warriors. I heard this was mid, at least the first one.
One which future generations would call
And I heard it ran like shit too.
the imprisoning wall.
Like the Switch just couldn't handle all of the like actors on screen.
You truly have traveled back in time.
You play as Zelda?
Hyrule Castle? Then that must
So it's like
mean this really
it's a
is
prequel. Pretty sure that's how the other Hyrule Warriors work too. And that's a lot of bokoblins on screen. I mean, these graphics kind of look terrible. I'm gonna be real. The graphics don't look very good. It's like missing anti-aliasing or something. I wonder if that will be on original Switch as well. Maybe the stream compression? No, because the other games didn't look like that. Okay.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
This is all
being
Switch 2
developed
stuff?
by Koei Tecmo Games.
I mean,
with support
Metroid
from
Prime
Nintendo.
4 is coming to regular Switch too, isn't it?
We hope you're
Regular
looking forward
Switch
to
as
the
well.
untold story of the imprisoning war.
Yeah, I don't care about
Which took
this.
place in
I didn't even really
Hyrule
like
long
Tears of the Kingdom, man.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo.
I finally canceled this shit. I was like, I don't play this. Are you kidding me? I don't like if I want to emulate Nintendo 64 or Game Boy Advance or whatever. I got ways. I don't need Nintendo Switch Online. Oh, they got Wind Waker though. I mean, I literally got Wind Waker set up to play on my Steam Deck. It's a shame that they won't re-release the Wii U version. Yeah, exactly. Like, how Soul Calibur 2 mentioned? Hell yeah. Dude, they got Resident Evil in this bitch. Yo, you know what I need is 007 Nightfire.
Original GameCube controller will also
Anyone
be
else play that
released.
game?
It can connect wirelessly.
No
It
Resident
also
Evil.
has
Shame.
a C button to quickly access Game Chat.
Okay, you could buy
Nintendo
a
GameCube
GameCube controller. I mean,
Exclusively
GameCube
available for Nintendo
controllers
Switch Online
were the
members
shit.
Will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
That was Soul Calibur 2. Yeah, no, I saw. I wasn't
Whether
asking
you're
specifically
familiar with
about
the
that.
games or haven't played them before.
The Resident Evil thing was
we hope
a
you're
separate
looking
question.
forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from
Big
the
day for
systems
Smash
shown
fans,
here
yeah.
on Nintendo Switch 2.
The thing is, will you even be able to play
Let's see
Melee
some more
on?
games from our publishing and development partners.
They didn't show it, but maybe. Yeah, GameCube controller's great. Oh, Deltarune. I was like, what is this? Deltarune! Whoa! Rejoice! I still haven't even played Undertale, which probably is worthy of me being crucified. Maybe I gotta now. Maybe I gotta. You know what's funny? Undertale is like the rare game that my wife Britta has played, but that I haven't played. But if she had like just theoretically posted her gameplay or streamed her playthrough, she would have received death threats because she killed everyone in the game. And the only playthrough she's ever done, she murdered absolutely everyone in Undertale. I feel like I shouldn't be even like telling the internet this, but like she murdered everyone. I feel like I had to, she told me, and I was like, and I haven't even played the game, and I was like, you know you can like save everyone, right? And she was like, no, I thought I was supposed to fight him. She's not much of a gamer. But she did genocide everyone, from my understanding. Well, I don't know about everyone. I mean, if she killed Sans, that would be impressive, because I've seen what that fight looks like, and it's crazy. But she did kill a lot of people. Just put it that way.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
No! Go away! Get off my screen, you white devil!
On Nintendo Switch 2.
I don't know why I specified white.
Loot and shoot your.
Let's be real though, Randy Pitchford is a white devil. I feel like I'm allowed, as a white guy, I'm allowed to call Randy Pitchford a white devil. Okay. Borderlands 4. I need to get past the Randy here. Civ 7. All good. WWE 2K. Wow. What is this? I just saw 4 kids stranded.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went.
Allah, please slay this white demon.
And a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
I've realized I don't care about this. Oh wait. Survival Kids? I'm sorry, no. Enter the Gungeon 2, that's right!
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
I have to say, I don't really love Enter the Gungeon. I've played a bit of it and it was fine, but I didn't get like super into it.
Reloaded in a new 3D art style.
Oh, it's actually 3D.
Elements to return.
Ooh, I don't know if I like the way this looks.
We're excited to share more with you in the future.
I actually don't think I like the way that looks. Shame. It might be good though. One thing I will say about Gungeon is it has a great art style. So it's a shame they changed it. Yeah, this is something related to Astroneer, which I've heard is cool, but I just don't know if it's my thing. It's like Astroneer Pikmin? Pikmin, sorry. Pikmin. Star Seeker. Oh. I was like, what the hell is Starstroneer? That's horrible.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of
Cyberpunk being on the Switch 2 is pretty crazy. Pikmin
Cyberpunk
Gage.
2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport.
Is this actual Switch gameplay? Because it doesn't look amazing. it doesn't look incredible. I'm not blown away. I mean, it definitely looks better than it would on the Switch 1, but... Oop, what's this? Sorry. Square Enix? Final Fantasy, probably?
Square Enix の浜口です。Nintendo Switch 2で Final Fantasy.
Okay, this is just all the, like, games that are already released coming to... Oh, there it is. It's gonna freeze up on me again, isn't it? It's all the skipping I'm doing. Wouldn't it just crash on Switch 1? Probably. They got The Witcher 3 running on Switch 1 though, which is insane. Okay, here we go. Oh, do arrow keys fix that? Interesting, that's good to know. Silksong! Dude, it's crazy that this is how they announce it. No more coping? I don't know, man. Unless you see an exact date on there, there is still a chance that something happens. Like I actually don't think I think it will release this year. I would not bet against it at this point. But the last like slight point of concern is that there's not an exact date here. But that is new Silksong footage, right? At least some of it. My understanding. Wild Hearts. S. Wild Hearts. Witchbrook. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Go-to game. Wild Hearts looks so ass. I got it last month on Humble Choice, but specifically for like the EA Origin store or whatever. I have no real desire to play it, but maybe I should just as a meme. Fortnite! Ridge Racer, okay. Professor Layton. Shadow Labyrinth. What is Shadow Labyrinth? Human Fall Flat too? Alright. Oh, the Pac-Man Metro. I was like, the name sounds familiar, but...
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
We're getting close to the end. I didn't miss the... Okay, here it is. Oh boy, I got some thoughts about this. Bloodborne 2! It's safe to say I did not expect a Switch exclusive from Software.
I give you.
Oh, it's not apparently Switch 2 exclusive. They've been very deliberate that it is an exclusive.
I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
I mean, it looks very cool. Like, in terms of just visual style. Like, it definitely looks inspired. Like, it looks like a From Software game. They definitely did not mail this in. However, I have many asterisks. Alright, I am gonna pause and talk about some stuff. This is like the thing that people are like, Bloodborne 2! And yeah, I mean, it definitely looks closer to Bloodborne than other stuff we've gotten, but this almost looks a little bit like Elden Ring too. Like, especially, I mean, this kind of, some of these like gothic towers sort of look like Stormvale. The clock tower is very Bloodborne though. And yeah, just these like big bricks, these like impossible giant brick structures are very Elden Ring as well. Looks nice though. Now this is crazy. This is like some steampunk shit. Looks cool though. This looks like Lies of P or something. Crazy looking like ironclad ass train. Dante. Adam Silver. Look at that, dude. Jetpacks. Yeah, the moon is crazy. That looks like Majora's Mask, almost. I mean, the world looks big. Like, it looks like, I don't know. Like, honestly, the world design, let me go back to that. Like, the way that this is, like, kind of laid out almost kind of reminds me of the Elden Ring DLC. Like, it looks very vertical, very, like, segmented. I mean, that shit down there looks like a poison swamp. But then this, I almost see, like Shadow Keep or something. So it's definitely big. I mean, it's certainly not, like, closed in like a Dark Souls or a Bloodborne, which I guess is to be expected based on what the gameplay sounds like. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about the frog with the giant milkers. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon.
Yeah, the game looks beautiful.
That befits the soon to depart.
I pray
Gun?
that you are able, carrier of blood.
Hey, I mean, that looks like a boss fight of some sort. So it definitely has, like, some sort of traditional Souls elements. I'd be shocked if it didn't, honestly. I mean, the combat looks fun, but it looks pretty Souls. Like, yeah, it's being able to transform into a T-Rex. The Duskbloods. Cat. Is that a cat? What is that? Mouse, maybe, of some sort? Rat bird. 2026. Available. Okay, this is the part that bothers me, first of all. Available only on Nintendo Switch 2. The other thing that bothers me is while that all looks really nice, is this. Here's the actual description of the game. Developed for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, The Duskbloods is a PvPvE title with online multiplayer at its core, where up to 8 players vie for supremacy among themselves and against challenging foes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think when it comes to something like Night Rain, which is on PC and it costs $40, I'm like, why not? Why not, right? And from everything I've seen of Night Rain, it looks fun. It looks well made. Like, I think Night Rain will be a fun game. I just don't know why they're double dipping on multiplayer games. Part of me kind of thinks probably Night Rain was in development, and then Nintendo contacted them with this deal for Nintendo Switch. But they're like, hey, we got, all these new, like, multiplayer features. We really want you to, like, highlight the multiplayer features. And then, so that's what From Software did. Now, granted, it could have been their choice, too. Like, I think Miyazaki talks very fondly about the multiplayer in their games. And even though I don't like it, it does seem like something that he likes a lot. So it doesn't surprise me either, I guess, that he would want to make a more, like, multiplayer-focused game. At the end of the day... Oh, what is this? This is like an article on... This is a lot of the same stuff that I just said. But it does say, let's see, the director's interview creator's voice on the concept and worldview of this work will be released on Friday, April 4th at 22 p.m. is how that translated. Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I mean, that'll definitely give us more info. At the end of the day, though, like, if this was like Night Rain and it was like a $40 game on PC, no brainer. I'm buying this day one. I'm playing it. Even if it's like a $60 game, I'm probably at least giving it a chance. I mean, I think FromSoft have earned that from me. I don't think I'm paying $500 for this game, though. I think maybe that's where I draw the line. I think if this was like legitimately just like we fucking made Bloodborne 2 and we just didn't call it Bloodborne, I wouldn't like it, but I would be like, I'm maybe buying a Switch 2 for that. But this is not that. This is something else entirely. It's a multiplayer thing. They're very deliberate about that. PvP is part of the game at its core, and PvP is something that I've never personally enjoyed in these games. And so I don't know. I'll maybe just be content to watch someone else play this on day one. I don't think it's for me though. With that said, which is a shame, but with that said, it looks good. Nothing I saw in that trailer is like, this looks bad. Like, this looks like they mailed it in. Like, it's just the From Software is a slop house now. Like, no, none of that. I'm sure this game will be good. But I think it's not what I personally want. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I think too, though, there are some people that are very like doomer about this that are like, they're like, FromSoft is only interested in making multiplayer games now, which is crazy because they just released Elden Ring and Armored Core 6 in back-to-back years, both of which were like masterful genre-defining games. Both my personal game of the year in their respective years. And I think what really is happening is we are just seeing what From Software is post Elden Ring, which is like, yes, we're going to make, single player passion projects games, but we're also going to dabble in other stuff. We're going to make spin-offs of our games like Night Rain. We're going to make experimental games like Duskbloods. And I think, in a year or two, we'll probably see another single player game from FromSoft. I don't think making single player games has gone out the window for them. I do think it's a little unfortunate just from like an optics perspective that Night Rain and Duskbloods landed back to back. But we'll see. I mean, maybe Duskbloods is like this really big like visionary thing that I'm just not seeing the vision yet. I suppose that will be revealed on Friday. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it, which was a lot, but let's see. We have DK, we have Kirby, and we have DK.
Game by From Software.
They seem more like experiments for the next actual project. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I think they're trying to give other people... It does say that Miyazaki's the director of this one, but with Night Rain specifically, I think they're trying to give other people a chance to direct, like, because, then they get experience and they can, make bigger and better games as well. I think that I apologize that I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who did the like combat direction for Sekiro and then went on to direct Armored Core 6 knocked it out of the fucking park because both of those games are amazing. So it's clear that From Software is deep with talent. And these people who think that it lives and dies by Miyazaki, I think that's going to change really fast. No, it's a different guy working on Night Rain. But all to say that, like, I think we have, like, ample reason to trust that From Software has the talent to have, like, multiple directors outside of Miyazaki. Because clearly, I mean, it's already been proven, essentially. Even though Dark Souls 2 didn't exactly go the best. I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. I think eventually we're going to probably see multiple games not directed by Miyazaki coming out. I assume Armored Core 6 sold well enough that they would make another one. But who knows, I guess. Seems like they got their different irons in a lot of different fires right now. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be hard to call Dark Souls 2 a failure. I think looking back, it's fair to say that maybe Tanimura and I don't remember the other co-director's name, but it's safe to say that maybe they didn't quite grasp Miyazaki's vision back then. But on the flip side, a lot of people like Dark Souls 2. It's a lot of people's favorite, even. Maybe not most people, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't think that's I don't think this is a reason to really doubt the future of From Software. If anything, you should, even if you don't want these games, you should probably be rooting for them to be successful, because hopefully they just make a lot of money and then From Software can make another bigger, better Elden Ring-like game in the future. Yeah.
Check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today,
Yeah.
our partners are working on
Irido,
many games
I'm not
coming to
quite sure what
Nintendo
you're
Switch
saying
2.
about Armored Core 6. I don't think that game...
We'll showcase more games in the
It would be
future,
cool if
so
that
we
game
hope
got a
you're looking
DLC, but like I don't think it really has anything that super needs to be patched.
Next, please take a look at this.
I don't know how active the PvP community on that game is, because I mean that would really be what's driving a lot of patches. It's also a pretty short game compared to Elden Ring. Still alive? Fair enough. Yo, is this, I heard there was a Kirby game. Is this Kirby Air Ride? Well, the question wasn't necessarily if Armored Core 6 PvP is fun. It was more like, are like a significant enough amount of people playing it? Holy fuck. Wait, this might actually low-key be the thing I'm most excited for. I thought I didn't care about Kirby, and I kind of don't, but I do love Kirby Air Ride. That game was sick. And I don't dislike Kirby, I just am not like, I haven't ever like gotten super into Kirby. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm buying a Switch 2 for that, but it's pretty cool. Sakurai? On Air Ride? Okay, sure.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube
Let him
system
cook,
over
I
20
guess.
years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Did he direct the original Air Ride? I guess I didn't know
Next
that.
is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
I know him as the Smash guy. Now, is this the DK game? DK. Donkey Kong. Donk of the Wild. Wow, so like environmental destruction? That's pretty cool. Red faction. He does look kind of goofy. Can I get a hard DK in chat? It's been a while. No one uses hard DK anymore. Yeah, he looks silly. The people don't know. Hard DK was where it was all about in like the earliest days of this stream. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty fun. What was even like the last Donkey Kong game that we got? Oh, geez, remember when it was a sub emote? Was it? Maybe briefly, but I was worried that maybe I would get in trouble for it having copyrighted material. Tropical Freeze? I haven't even heard of that.
Platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong.
All right. The rest is just, hey, buy the Switch 2, please. Sell your arm and leg, your kidney if you have to. Please buy the Switch 2. Okay. I feel like without the knowledge of, you know, pricing and all of that, just general business practices around this thing, I'd say that was a pretty good event. A FromSoft exclusive on paper is a big win. They had some fun looking first party stuff. Mario Kart, the Donkey Kong game, Air Ride. I just think knowing what I know about like the pricing of games, and like I already kind of didn't really want to Switch 2 anyways. I just don't think I want that. I don't think I want that. I do want the FromSoft game, I'm not gonna lie. Give us money for the Switch 2 and $80 for each game, please. Oh. Okay, I see how it is. We're giving out allowance to chat now, huh? All right. Cashing in on that VIP badge. Shit's too expensive? Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna play some Elden Ring, in which I will be probably consuming this hot sauce, and also beating Melania to death with my balls. You know, it happens. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna hop on some Elden Ring, continue the Elden Balls challenge, and yeah, well, I'll talk about the hot sauce situation and me. We'll see. We'll see what I can afford. We'll see what's in the allowance for this year. I need to have another million view video on YouTube to be able to. But Ash of War, you got Cragblade, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'm gonna fill up my water because I ran out of liquid death. And probably hit the bathroom. But then Elden Ring.